If you want to remember things better and perform better, sleep is the key.
My research is mostly on how things that we've learned before are processed during sleep. So this process is called memory consolidation. For almost 100 years since the first study came out, we've been aware that sleeping actually serves memory better than an equivalent time awake. So there's something happening during sleep that actually cements these memories in our brains. And this process of consolidation is basically the process of the hippocampus kind of training the cortex in these new memories. So that's what we think happens during sleep.
So sleep is very important for memory consolidation. Does that mean we have to have high quality of sleep to help this memory consolidation? And if we lose sleep or the sleep quality for some reason is poor, so it can hurt our memory somehow?
Exactly. In our field, it's very well established that slow wave sleep is most important, at least for the memories that we call declarative memories. So that those are memories that we can actively and consciously bring to mind, such as memories for facts, memories for events in our lives. So at least for these form of memories, slow wave sleep seems to be more important. Go back to your question, then yes, lack of sleep, I would say socially induced sleep deprivation, those have quite a severe impact on slow wave sleep and its memory purpose. So there's some evidence implicating stage 2 in motor learning specifically. There was a very influential study by Matt Walker's group in 2002 that showed that connection.
Then how about REM sleep, which is our dreaming, right? So what's the relationship between dream and memory then?
Great question. So I think I want to break that question into two things. The first is, are dreams impacted by memory? And the second is, do dreams have a function in memory consolidation? So those are two different things. The first question, yes, I think that there's a very strong impact of memory on dreams. You dream more about what happened to you on the day, usually on the day before you went to sleep. There's actually a very interesting phenomenon called the dream lag effect. And the dream lag effect shows that you dream a lot about something that happened on the day before, but you also dream more than you would expect by chance about something that happened a week before or 5 to 7 days before. So there seems to be like this, if you were to draw this little graph and show when is a memory most likely to recur in your dream, you'd see the strong peak on the day just before you went to sleep. So you dream a lot about what happened just before. Then it kind of goes down, kind of almost to zero. You don't dream a lot about things that happened 3 or 4 days before you went to sleep. And then it suddenly resurges, not to the same degree. It's not a huge bump, but you see this bump happening 5 to 7 days later. So you sometimes dream more. So you statistically, you dream more about things that happened a week before. Nobody really understands this. It's really one of those big unanswered questions in the sleep and memory literature. The second question is, okay, but do dreams do anything, or do they just incorporate things that happen to be in our minds before? So there's a great book that came out, I think it's now 2 years ago, When Brains Dream. Dreams are important, not necessarily for memory consolidation, but for creating these new associations. So these new, linking something that happened to you recently with some event in the past might help you interpret it in ways that would increase your creativity, your productivity, in general, your cognition. That's a strong claim, and I think the evidence is not quite there yet, though it's a very compelling hypothesis. I think that there isn't a very strong case yet right now showing that incorporating memories in dreams makes them stronger, makes them causally impacts them. So even though they are linked together, not very clear if the dreams do anything for the consolidation process at this point. That's about dreams specifically, but about REM sleep in general. So two strongest hypotheses that are out there today. One involves emotional memory, and the idea is that REM sleep is involved in kind of the separating of the emotion that we feel when we experience an emotional memory from the facts of it. So we remember the facts, but we don't feel as it's a negative memory, we don't feel it as invasive. We don't feel it as aversive memory in a way that makes us relive the bad aspects of it. This hypothesis, also by Matt Walker, that I mentioned previous from UC Berkeley, is called the sleep to remember, sleep to forget hypothesis. And the idea there is that REM sleep helps you remember the details, but feel less overwhelmed by the emotional aspects of the memory. So that's with regard to emotional memory. And the other thing is, as I mentioned earlier, the whole aspect of motor learning. And there are a few studies discuss REM in that context as well, how REM might play a role in consolidating these motor memories, these memories that are non-declarative. In general, I would say none of these data are as compelling as the data we have for declarative memory and slow wave sleep.
So overall, if you want to remember things better, then make sure you sleep enough. You can also subscribe our email newsletter at mindbodygarden.com/sleep. So I'm Dr. Yishan. Thank you for watching and listening. I will see you next time. Bye. Are you struggling with insomnia? Do you know there's one method out there? It's first-line treatment in many countries. It's very evidence-based and it's very effective. And it's called CBTI. So I have designed this 4-week-long CBTI course to help you recover from insomnia without relying on medication. I provide weekly Q&A sessions to help you tailor the treatment to your own needs and your own sleep pattern. Check it out at this website, mindbodygarden.com/insomnia.